If you've been watching Hulu or Netflix recently, then you've likely noticed West Duchovny. This rising star appeared in main roles in the shows Saint X as well as the limited series Painkiller on Netflix. The young actress has been making waves in Hollywood thanks to breakout roles in popular projects, and she grew up as the daughter of two seasoned television actors, so it's a world that seems quite meant to be. Despite how obvious that seems, Duchovny actually spent most of her life avoiding acting. But as you'll learn, it was a calling she couldn't ignore. From her childhood avoiding the spotlight to her swiftly growing on-screen career, we'll tell you all about West Duchovny here for you on Famous Life. Madeline West Duchovny, or West Duchovny as she's known professionally, was born April 24th, 1999 to famous parents David Duchovny and Tia Leone. David, as you probably know, is an Emmy-nominated actor known for his roles in hit shows like The X-Files and Californication. And her mother, Tia Leone, is also a successful actress with major credits like The Naked Truth and Madam Secretary. West's parents were married for 17 years, and during their relationship, they welcomed two children, Madeline West in 1999 and then her younger brother Kid Miller in 2002. While David and Tia would divorce, the two maintained a solid co-parenting relationship, and even years later, there's no love lost between the former couple. Leone said in 2014, "Listen, David gave me the two greatest gifts on the planet. I don't know how I could ever hate him. We've always loved each other and we adore these kids." West initially grew up in California until her family decided to move to New York when she was 10 years old. At the time, she was very upset about moving, but later on in life, she ended up being grateful for it. However, even though she has two high-profile actors for parents, West's upbringing as a young girl wasn't always perfect. Of course, no famous family is immune to negative press, and in 2008, West's father went to rehab for a sex addiction during a hard time in the couple's marriage. He was also publicly accused of having an affair, an allegation he vehemently denied. West's childhood was regular on most accounts though. While her parents were talked about in the press, she and her brother stayed out of the spotlight, and West didn't involve herself much in her parents' careers. When she'd been asked about it in the past, West responded, "I didn't really care about it. It was my parents' things. People were asking me about it a lot, and that made me be like, why are you asking me this? That's not my life." Even though she wasn't acting with her parents or chasing the spotlight like some Hollywood-born kids, she still got cool opportunities like the ability to attend events that even most adults didn't have access to. For instance, West attended the 2013 Snowflake Ball for UNICEF along with her mom, who serves as an ambassador for the organization. The actress also spent quite a bit of time at sporting events with her father David, who played basketball in college. From the Knicks to the Yankees, David is a New York sports fan through and through. He shared his fandom with his daughter growing up. For most of West's childhood, she was confident that she wasn't going to follow in her parents' acting footsteps. She was set to attend college and study a pre-med major. But after acting in a play on a whim before starting on campus, her dreams changed. West said about this play, which was just for fun, "I'd never felt that way about anything. I never loved anything I had tried so effortlessly. But I felt like I'd been pushing myself to love school and love academics, but acting felt like the first thing that I wanted to commit to really getting to know and doing." Her parents were equally shocked by her revelation. West continued the story, revealing, "When they saw the play, they were complimentary, but like, they're my parents," she said. "They were surprised just because it came out of nowhere. Really did. My dad had less strong feelings about it than my mom. My mom definitely was trepidatious. She grew up in an industry that was very difficult for women, that we are now talking about more and more changing slowly but surely. And you know, I'm her daughter and she was scared for me to enter that world." Well, it didn't take long for West's parents to get fully on board with her career choice, and now they're super supportive. It seems that West's first paid gig as an actor came by way of her father, David Duchovny. David starred in nearly 200 episodes of The X-Files, the same show that happens to be West's first credit on her IMDb page. West appeared in season 11, episode 10 of the show, playing the character Maddie. However, that initial role may have been the only time her parents' acting careers helped her in the industry. After West's appearance on The X-Files, she was cast in smaller parts on projects like The Report and The Magician. In February 2020, it was announced that West had been cast in an HBO show called Vegas High, which sounded like a career high many actors only dream of. But sadly, the pilot was canceled before making it to air. West was then cast in 2 more movies with big stars. In 2021, there was A Mouthful of Air, a film starring Amanda Seyfried and featuring Paul Giamatti, which included Duchovny in the cast. In 2022, we were able to see West on screen again in Linoleum, a sci-fi dramedy. Filming Linoleum wasn't exactly smooth sailing for West and the entire cast. Filming took place during the pandemic, which came with its own set set of challenges in the whole cast staying in Kingston, New York. More recently, West starred in some popular series which are making her more recognizable and allowing her to show off her acting skills. First of these major roles was on Saint X, a Hulu TV series based on the novel of the same name. In the show, West played a young woman named Allison Thomas who mysteriously dies while on vacation, a character who most of the show was based around. Duchovny was attracted to the role for a couple of reasons, one of which was the opportunity to play a girl who isn't perfect. The next big role that came for West was starring as Shannon on the Netflix show Painkiller, a young woman in need of work who signs on to be a salesperson pushing a new drug called Oxycontin that her bosses at Purdue Pharma say is a miracle. Well, Painkiller is a series which tells the true story of Oxycontin and how it took hold in the United States. The series is based on both the New Yorker article, The Family That Built an Empire of Pain by Patrick Radden Keefe, as well as Barry Meyer's book, Painkiller, An Empire of Deceit and the Origin of America's Opioid Epidemic. The Netflix show also stars Matthew Broderick